Alright, you should have a pretty good idea of how to play Elder Sign. I gotta ask you though, what's up with these adventure people? It's like they're always not looking at where the monster is. Is the monster that clever? Is it just that good at hiding? Do you think people that are trying to stop the end of the world would be able to like look behind them occasionally? And it isn't like this guy is like probably really quiet. But anyway. So, if you've played Arkham Horror, you're probably saying, wow, that's kind of like Arkham Horror, but it's got more dice, if that's possible. And a little more simplistic, because you're not really moving around a board and so on and so forth. You know, those little track marks and everything like that. But, yeah, I mean, the game, give the rulebook a nice thorough read prior to your first play. And of course keep it out, because it doesn't have a ton of rules. It's fairly simplistic, especially when compared to some other games like, you know, Arkham Horror. You know, the first time we played, we screwed up a few things, and going back, we realized that, you know, we had actually, you know, made the game a little harder for ourselves than we should have. You know, that being said, a lot of people have said this for a co-op game. This game's pretty simple now and pretty easy to win, actually. Now, I don't know if I buy into that exactly. I mean, maybe I've just been really unlucky, or I'm just not very good at the game. But our group is about 50-50 as far as wins and losses. I think we may have a few more wins than losses. Now, that's, you know, nothing compared to, you know, its obvious other game, you know, Arkham Horror, because I think I played that game almost a dozen times before we finally won a game of that. But, you know, I think that's just because as you learn how certain like co-op mechanics work, you kind of, you know, get better at optimizing, you know, each and every turn. Now, what do I think of the game? I absolutely love the game. I think it's tense, it's enjoyable, it doesn't hold back. It'll beat you down. You can have some really bad luck and have really tough games. And with co-op games, and co-op games that are, you know, based on the Cthulhu mythos or horror or everything like that, these games are actually, in my opinion, the most fun when everything is going wrong and when you just seemingly can't pull off a win in any way, shape, or form. And I like that about this game. This is a game where you've got several people sitting around the table, and you're cursing your luck, and you're getting mad at the other player that you're, you know, across the table from you because they can't roll well, and then it gets your turn, you don't roll well either, and that person laughs at you, and you all just giggle as the world, you know, explodes and everybody dies, and then you play the game immediately afterwards, and you play it again because, you know, you want to have another shot at it. And I think that's really the mark of a good co-op game, is that even when you lose, you had a really good time and you want to play it again. You know, I really don't have any problems with it. I don't, you know, some of the markers, the cardboard markers, I mean, are really tiny. I don't like little tiny things like this, but I mean, that's just, you know, kind of quibbling, if you will. You know, it really doesn't have any negatives for me. You know, I even like the box that it comes in. I like the fact that normally I think that, if you know what I'm talking about, like the normal standard size square box that we're used to seeing games like this come in, and like, you know, afterwards, like, we're like, wow, there just isn't enough in that box to actually fill that. And Fantasy Flight Games has kind of gone to this smaller box, and it's actually fits pretty perfectly and pretty nicely into this. So, you know, I mean, it's just a really good game, and right now this is definitely one of my top games of the year. I do feel bad that, you know, it isn't technically fully out yet. I mean, they had it for sale at Gen Con, and that's where I got it, you know, because Jeremy picked it up for me. But, you know, it should be out really soon. So hopefully, you know, if you're ever watching this review, if you decide it's something you want to pick up, you're not going to have to wait a long time. And I feel kind of bad about doing a review of a game that isn't readily accessible for you. So, as always, if you have any questions or concerns or ideas about the game, or anything else for that matter, you can leave them in the comments below, down below, and I will get to those as quickly and as efficiently as humanly possible. Until then, I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this review, and I'm Undead Viking. I'll talk to you soon. See you later.